It's v.h.s.x. What do you mean?
If you're using perks, man, I hate to break it to you, bro. Sounds like a skill issue. Nah, but for real though, if you've been going with perks lately, man, try going without perks, man. You might be able to really see the game from a different perspective. And as you're gonna see here in the background, I've got a match here where I've gone as Pyramid Head perkless. I'm actually P100 Pyramid Head myself, so these changes are pretty exciting. But I wanted to just hop in, talk to you guys about what it is to go perkless, on the killer specifically. And furthermore, maybe even going perkless on Survivor, which I think Mr. Taterhead covers that a lot better than I can, obviously. But at least for me, I can talk about going perkless killer. For all the perkless killer enjoyers out there like Hex, Death, on Twitch. No, he's a big fan of going the perkless route. And it's pretty hype, it's pretty hype to kind of see other people go perkless, man. We've even seen Quiet Kills go perkless, man. Really goes to show you should be going perkless. I'm calling it like I see it, man. You should be going perkless. But anyway, so what is the point of the video, man? I'm trying to put you guys on, and I'm trying to let you guys know that the perkless wave is where it's at, man. Take off your perks and really face the adversity that is perkless. You don't need perks. And honestly, going perkless, objectively speaking, is going to teach you a lot more about the game than running slowdown and running crutch and chase perks. Like, going perkless will teach you a lot about this game, and I am not exaggerating. I'm not joking. Anytime I've ever taken time off the game, the first thing I'm going to do is get on the game and go perkless. Because perks, believe it or not, do actually give you a massive advantage. Regardless of what character you're using, regardless of what power you have, or even the tier of the character that you're using having perks will make the difference. And it's really crazy when you think about it, how much perks really can do for you. It's really crazy how much perks can really do for you. It's actually insane when you really think about it. If you're running perks like, let's say, brutal strength or something like that, and you use it to zone people into certain areas, you having that extra break speed could literally make the difference between a hit and a not of a hit, right? And as I've shown on my own stream, like I've gone perkless with Freddy, Pyramid Head. I think Ghostface objectively might be the hardest, I think, that perkless has been for me personally. I think it's one of the most difficult that I have had to deal with in quite a while, I have to say. But the benefits are definitely great. Like, are you going to lose a lot of games? Probably, right? But then eventually you're going to start to see, where you may struggle with the killer aspects. Maybe you're struggling with countering loops. Maybe you're struggling with utilizing their power more often. Maybe you're relying on some perks that are honestly just giving you the most advantage, to the point that you're not trying to essentially take it off, right? Because you're afraid that you're going to have to rely on that perk in order to do well. And that's the thing that I want to bring up to you guys. So some of the things that you want to utilize when going perkless, obviously you should be using every strategy and everything that you can in order to win your game, if that is your goal. Now, obviously, when you are going perkless, it really depends on what you're trying to go for. But in most cases, obviously, if you are going perkless for like sort of your new training arc, your training montage moments, then obviously, focus on what you want to focus on when it comes to winning your game. Now, let's say, for example, we have Pyramid Head on here. So let's say that you want to go for shots, but you're going to put on Aura. What's gonna happen when you don't have your aura perks on? Does that mean that you're not going to be able to land your hits? Does that mean that you're not going to be able to play well, be accurate, be able to predict people because you're so reliant on seeing the red figures running around your screen? Probably it is possible. But I recommend going perkless because you won't have that, right? You won't have aura or bamboozle on a bad window or anything like that. You'll then have to be able to adapt and use that to your advantage. And I'm not saying you have to do this all the time, obviously. It really is personal preference. But I do recommend, if you are trying to learn, the best way to do it is to take off things that are going to assist you so you have more on your shoulders in terms of, like, you know, the progressive overload of improving. Because obviously, you know, without any slowdown as well, you're not going to be able to have even slowdown, right? Which means you're not going to even have a chance to slow the game down in any way, right? So that also will force you, in a sense, to actually pay attention to map awareness, to understand the maps better, to understand how to counter the tiles better. And in turn, I think it will make you a really good player. I think it's possible. You just got to believe in yourself and you'll understand it. You'll see a night and day difference when you go back to using perks, because then you'll realize, like, perks, like, will literally help you out even more because you're so used to not having it on. I think it will make a night and day difference for you. And I do have to say, like, it's honestly can be fun, and it also means that even if you do end up taking an L on it, it pretty much doesn't matter because you didn't even have perks on anyway. So objectively, you're still better because you don't need perks. That's why you don't have them on. You know, it's kind of like running Trapper and then, like, you end up taking like a 5-minute game because it's like, hey, I mean, you're still playing Trapper though. So, like, how, you know, how, like, you're already playing a low tier anyway. Like, so what, you know? And then if you win, it's even better because you won with a low tier. So, like, it's double positive. So I think that it's overall a pretty good thing. I would highly recommend trying it out. And honestly, I'm honestly been going perkless, I think, in my free time when I've been trying to get back into the game and trying to sort of learn how to play my characters. And obviously also, another added bonus that you get from going perkless is that you're also going to be able to learn how to use the strategies correctly, which is another key component when it comes to using strategy as killer and trying to get kills and stuff like that. Because, you know, it's really funny that a very common narrative that you hear a lot from the survivor side is that, oh, if you're quote unquote tunneling or camping or something, it's a quote skill issue. That's like their favorite term that they love to say, skill issue. But the thing is that if you are going perkless, for example, that is probably one of the highest forms of skill, because if you're able to win without any perks on, that pretty much means that you're able to understand the macro correctly, you're able to use your killer's tools correctly, and you're able to do a lot basically with your character. And utilizing these tools and utilizing these strategies correctly is a part of skill. And it's fundamentally incorrect to say that it doesn't have skill, because understanding when to use these perks and use these strategies is a key component of learning how to play the killer and obviously trying to win. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube things. Check out the links in the description to support the channel. Check out the other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.